Oh. Oh no. Stream, please don't die within the first half hour. I prefer that you not die at all, but if I can request that you at least wait a while, I'd like to at least get through the first half hour. Where am I and what am I doing? Did I pick up the box? It appears not. It's not one of the... Wait, that's his son. No, it was... Was it you? Yeah, it was your box I found. Or at least can find. And the lack of people here is making me think I already found it. Yeah.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come. Oh, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? As a merchant, you see why...
What do you mean?
Goodbye for now, Mr.
Did your shit not spawn? Did I not save after I picked it up? The lack of people makes me still think that I picked it up. It was up here, right? There's the autosave symbol. It's saved. No. Well, fuck that merchant's shit, I guess. Alright, someone around here is about to be shot at. Maybe? No? Jesus Christ, I hate to do this, but fuck, no. I will be right back. Sorry about that. You'd think I'd learn to relieve myself before I start streaming. Oh. God damn it. No one I care about. Wrong button.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
You again? What do you want this time?
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my father's business. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your... What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
But despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Well, no one would be a fool except an immortal that doesn't have the same perceptions of death.
Show me what you have.
As you mere mortals.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What?
Shut up, you depressed asshole.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
You make a valid point, my friend.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
My dreams are soaked with gloom.
Harry, you're in the way.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
I won't eat him because I don't know how he will take it. I guess I could eat Mr. Cox, but I don't want to go back through the dangerous city that is this place.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Yep, just some casual stalking. You're in poor health, my friend.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Oh, I don't like talking to you.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cure. Stop it!
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. If she's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Goodbye, young man.
I'll not die in some sort of stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Drugs for the sick and suffering.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
What about those we left behind, face down in the mud? You want to change places with them? You cannot waste your chance at life this way.
It's not that simple. I wouldn't have expected you to understand. I don't even know why I spoke to you in the first place.
Well, damn, I can't.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now. I have this thirst for blood.
That's not what I wanted.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can. You're a vampire trying not to eat humans.
It's locked.
Where the fuck am I?
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
Your home will not protect you, for there is no protection against malevolence and
Good
trickery.
evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
You not drop shit? Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Nithercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Yep, no one saw that. I only did that because I thought it was an entrance to a hideout. Hideouts are usually marked with a blood hand. I'll be eating her eventually. It's over this way, I believe.
Action against malevolence and trickery.
Fuck off.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
Over this way, I believe.
No civilians allowed, sir. Die, leech!
Best mine! Die! Fuck it! Watch it! It's a killer! See that fancy clothes? This one's a top! Filthy!
It's locked, all right.
I delusional? Ha. No. Fuck. Oh well. I'm about to get a good chunk of experience anyway.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Then I can go to my room in the Pembroke Hospital and
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
it's impossible to have mesmerized too by this point, I believe. Unless it levels up when you eat people and not just story shit. Which, honestly, I should check at some point.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
First time I played this game, I made you regret this. Also, I believe I came in and ate you when I was done with Dorothy. Don't mind me, I'm just a kleptomaniac.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
She is definitely an honorable
Tell me
woman.
everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost
I'm doing
puppy.
great, Ryder.
A good man,
How are you?
for sure, but a very poor writer.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
That's good to hear.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country.
My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my...
I'm really intrigued at the fact that you're referring to your people as your people. I could kill you after I talk. I'll wait till I have medicine, at least. Get the most out of you.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Alright, enough creeping this man out. Time to go be a doctor.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along? We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I think I did good as a surgeon.
Here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
This will make her leave, which will make everyone here die. Which I believe is what Ashbury wants me to do. This would eat her, which is what Ashbury specifically told me not to do. But I want to keep as many people alive.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
This one stinks already. Get a weapon ready! We found one!
I'll have you know I eat vermin for breakfast.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Let's see how it likes a bit of fire! Watch out for the crossing, boys! Hide for this!
Oh. I can't go back through there? Okay. Four, three. pretty sure he's a 1, but I... Five.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine.
4. 4. And she's... I don't think I've ever seen her not in good health. But I won't be able to get her till the end. $16, $15.
It ain't humans! Kill it!
Guy died down here. There's a boss coming up. Oh, fuck. That's right. I could have just left through the gate in Whitechapel. But that gate will remain locked if I don't, so... for sake of ease of travel, because to my memory this game doesn't have a fast travel.
I cannot enter.
That one.
There's something going on in this district.
Is it this one? I want to say it was this one. Yeah.
This is despicable. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy!
Ah, fuck.
Cross the leech, boy! Die, burning!
I meant to rest because the blood that he was referencing was to a safe house. Fuck. 75, 130, and 200. I may just perfect this weapon and get all the increased blood absorption perks with each level. That sounds like it would do wonders. Attack speed, stamina. Increase stun. What's it do by 15 stun by default? This only has one stage. Damage or increase stun, or no, reload. It's this one that, ooh, yeah, I can make this my weapon for werewolves and other vampires, but for now I think reload time would be better, because it only holds two, I believe it only holds 2 shots. Then this one can go just as far, but it doesn't have the added effect of being vampire specialized. What about just blood? Shards. I could probably get some of those from the bastard in town. Fatigue, anemia, treatment with cold. Did I already get this? Yeah. Whew, that's some nasty stamina consumption. Fuck. much are these? 1,000? Alright, I'll get an ultimate later then. Nobody die. Fourth, I passed up on a big opportunity for experience. Where? You may be mortals, but I kind of want to assist you in your fight. Because if I am not mistaken, there's a rather strong thing down here. Or maybe I'm way wrong. That was something I could upgrade as well. The fucking healing I have. 18. I think I fought a level 18 on the way down here.
Albert would like to know he's been accepted by the Wet Boot Boys.
Albert? Which one's Albert? Harry, Barrett, Albert Bombs. Well, I guess I'm making a trip back. was a wonderful little dance we did.
Back in the grave! Die, vermin!
Ooh, this is much better. Add stun damage, added stun damage, added stun damage, reduce stamina consumption, and blood absorption in its last tier. Not a lot of blood absorption, but it's some. I will keep that in mind. Meaning I can sell that one. Wait.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
That is a very good question. Well, I guess I'll give it to the man it was sent to. Because if I give it to Colossus Joe, he may end up killing him. I'm glad I made this detour. I now, know things that I never knew before. Now, if I may ask, where on God's green earth am I? That's right. I'm...
Its effectiveness has been proven by many, Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
So I've got a letter for Albert. That's not what I meant to do.
I can't believe I'm doing this. How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
Free? You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Goodbye, young man.
Shards, that's what I was looking for. I don't remember what I was looking for him, but I remembered.
When science failed you, this elixir will give you faith again.
I'm walking in straight circles. I know that's where I need to be. I want to end up... There was a hideout in Whitechapel. The Merchant. That's where I want to end up. So I take this road. Just turn a 180, take that road toward the left. 180. That's not how you sprint. That was the toward the left part that I convinced myself was wrong. No? Well, fuck it. I'm good at finding pills and shotgun shells, apparently. Wrong road. Turn around. First road on my right. First road on my right. There he is.
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your... I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
I agree that it's none of my business. I just thought I'd ask. I mean, I didn't have a choice in asking that.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. Well, I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
I won't be able to eat you for a while. Which is probably good because you're a shop owner.
Right then. Show me.
You again?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
However, I do think it's time I
Good evening,
take my
Harry.
first life.
May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So?
I'm not bothered.
Oh, you're not even close to...
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dream hope was blue.
You know what?
Good evening.
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in...
So, may I ask you...
I'm not
Do you need any medical...
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
700, that's not a whole lot. It'd
Goodbye,
be
young man.
close to enough to push
Even
me
my
to
dreams are so
an ultimate.
glue.
But I think he may be holding one of the keys in this house. I don't know. I'm for sure killing his father because I won't stand for bullies. time to go bug the bully of Whitechapel some more. That's not a door I exit out of. Have a good time, Harry.
The other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort.
Hey, Joe.
You again? What?
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
That means I have to deal with the dude in the first area I was roaming around in before I can get you.
Goodbye, Mr. Peter.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality. Come on.
5 for the priests. That's not how you run.
Would you like me to revive you?
Good evening.
Change your...
Never mind. You're suffering
Goodbye.
from fatigue too.
Take care.
She'll take care of her clients. Haha. Ha. That wasn't that funny. Ooh. Alright, time to tell the ginger vampire that I did the job. I didn't do exactly what she wanted, but if I did exactly what she wanted, so many people would have died. Which is technically what she was trying to avoid. Why did my chat just double with the exact same things that were already said? YouTube, are you breaking?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Shut up.
Goodbye, Milton.
There's a vampire I can kill. But if I kill the vampire, I gotta kill the
Street corner.
This dude.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Yeah, I missed out on his other thing, so sadly this is the best I can do.
This is how it ends. Farewell, my life, you betrayed me, God.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a vampire to kill. Or an alleged vampire. There she is.
Good evening, Miss Hunt. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Solely because I feel that there's some poetry behind a woman thinking she's a vampire dying to a vampire.
We could have ruled this land together forever.
Small key. What's the small key go to? And more importantly, why does she have it? There were things that were locked up here. There's no reason that she would have the key to them, but...
It's locked, all right.
No, this is, yeah. I get the room to Tippett's key if I kill him. But being one of the doctors, he's keeping... Or he's at least one of the people keeping...
It's locked, all right.
The people in here relatively healthy. I'm gonna turn you into a vampire if I can. I just need to remember to save... I'm missing out on fucking... Fucking hell. I think it's in here. This? No. This window? Yeah. I will wait for this doctor to make his trip back here. I've got to remember to keep 2,000 experience for the next dude. But that's not going to matter because there's a slight family reunion that needs to happen before that.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then...
It's
sadly
locked.
depart. I'm managing a train terminal, not a morgue. have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Oh, get there in time.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.
God damn it, it's gonna be forever before I can kill you. But to be fair, that gives me so much more time to get to the patients. Wait, you're not actually a doctor anymore.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Whatever your motives, you're making money by stealing from the dead. Dr. Swansea should be informed.
No offense, sir, but Dr. Swansea is one of my customers. As I told you, I like to help people, and everybody needs help from time to time.
So what's the one hint I'm missing out on you? God damn it.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Never ceases to amaze me how you, peaceful and lost at the same
If only there were more of them. Less resignation and more determination. You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
As I would imagine no vampire would.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
You know, her secret that she's older than this city itself.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Too bad I don't have a choice.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient. Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Then after this, I believe I have to attend my own funeral. Wrong way.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the Children of the Night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
It's my sister's funeral. I got confused by that in the trailer because the trailer is of that same scene. And it looks so much like a vampire attending his own funeral.
So many deaths.
Where could the fucking key that the possible vampire had go to? I don't want to look this up, but...
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
I should have rested. Nope. I needed to go further. I wish I could run through a barrel. That's my only complaint about this game. You can't travel too quickly. I think I'm going backwards. Because, spoiler, that I will eventually get to. I take that path on a way to a boss fight. I think, anyway. But now that I'm thinking about that, that particular boss fight isn't for a long-ass while. Because I travel like this through a bunch of this city.
Best turn around. Over there! There's one of them fancy clothes! This one's a top!
Jesus Christ, that hurt. Jesus fucking Christ. I thought I was on my fucking big ass fucking mace, not my gun. Jesus fucking Christ. I looked like a goddamn idiot. And the loading screens. The loading screens are, for the most part, relatively long. Specifically on the when you die front. Ooh, there was that building that the people that were hunting her, thinking that maybe she is a vampire, were occupying, that I believe was locked. Maybe. Am I high? Or was I high? I could have sworn there was a locked thing in here. Maybe this is her house. Now, if I could take the same shortcut I took before, I would prefer it, because there's a lot of fucking fighting. If I don't. But to be fair, all that fighting would regenerate some of my blood. Fucking dodged right into it. Fucking cunt. Did you drop a thing? Yes, you did. Well, that's nice of the game. Reload my gun after my fucking dumbass battle. I'll take another heal real quick. I did enter the... yeah. Now I couldn't be more confused than I'm trying to be. Well, I found that shirt. I don't believe I'm gonna find it again. So it's a... well... I could have rested at the hospital. My eyes are red. I didn't... Well, I did kind of go a little crazy. Bite damage would be nice. What's the max I could get healing from this? 50... God damn, that's relatively broken for how easy that is to do in battle. It won't do me jack shit on the final battle, but... Lose control and let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them with furious blows. Create a shadow vortex at your target's feet. Coming to life, shadow interrupt enemies in the area and inflict tremendous damage and blood. Focus all your power to boil the target's blood, causing them to violently explode, dealing damage to target and anything nearby. As much as I would like that, fuck. Do you want the cancel, lose your modifications? Yes. I did tell you I was live. I said, fuck it, I'm streaming Vampyr. You're fine. Oh. What sounds more interesting to you? Creating a shadow that attacks people, just moving really quick and attacking people, or making people explode? Explosions? That's a big damage increase. What's the max? That is a lot of damage. But I need to focus on my healing because I'm not going to be making syringes. Because god damn it, this is a hell of a lot more convenient. You trade more blood to heal yourself, instead gain an additional boost to health regeneration, or overall greater health. Just by your interactions with the new guy, I didn't see you asking me to help you with that for him specifically. And can I get more damage on my bite? Yes, I can. Not that much more, though. Alrighty. Well, I'm about to attend my sister's funeral. No one died. You got sick. No, you were already sick. No, you got sick. You were already sick. Can I upgrade my saw? And no, I need good handles. I will keep my eye out for that.
This is despicable.
Sorry, I need my breakfast of rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
And if you'd like me to elaborate further, I can through text. It's just, I don't feel comfortable disclosing personal information about your life publicly. Oh, I should probably keep that closer to me. I'll hear the vibration, the ringtone will be louder. Alright, where do I gotta go? That's right. That's how I got the shortcut. This game wasn't well optimized in my opinion. I really should have rested here. But there are so many more healthy people that I would need to eat here. Can I avoid that fight entirely? I'm beginning to not think I can, but I'm on par with y'all level-wise, so... You hit me with a fucking... Why don't you come this way and say it? Did you drop any goodies for me? Because that guy doesn't seem to be wanting to aggro to my position, so I'll take advantage of it.
Speak English, do ya?
Yeah, I speak English.
Stay away!
Boom. I like that ability.
Back
back in the grave.
Actually, I was never in my grave. Ow. Ow, again. Oh. Well, that was so much quicker than going through, Whitechapel. Interesting.
See that fancy clothes? This one's at the top. Christ, he's dead!
Seems the other guy doesn't want to fuck with me.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Oh! Hello. Son of a bitch. I see that. Yo.
Hey, you know what that means? You want a half-melted, half-eaten cookie dough shake?
Sure.
Oh, right. I'm debating giving you this Gatorade. I'm not. They go bye-bye. Also, you shit at checking your phone, mate. Oh, she says mate, that's a keeper.
I have thirst for blood.
Nothing bad with her, just me mentally not being well.
Alrighty.
It's all be gone. Is this Vampyr?
Yeah.
This game looks better than I remember.
I love this game.
It's very fun. I like that when you first open it up, it says no rats were harmed in the making of this game.
It also says that none of the medical practices actually work.
Yeah. What do you want? It's not working.
Somebody help! What do you want?
I want to save you. The cheese is amazing. And this woman is not going to question how the fuck I took on all of those fuckers.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
No, but he did
Shoshan.
acknowledge that he likes the fact that you say
Thank you so much
mate.
for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Stay safe. 3? I can almost...
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel.
I am shit at checking my phone. I know this.
No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker.
I will tell him you said hi. He left. He only knocked on the door to give me a shake. I forgot your name has an H in it. Wow,
Samuel
what?
isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
But I'm attending my sister's funeral. Wrong. You saw nothing, ma'am.
Shouldn't you go back home? Wait.
Maybe later. But for now, I need to talk to my husband at the cemetery, Mr. Reed.
I'm not Mr. Reed. I am a doctor, thank you. Yeah, as it normally is when I stream. It's only like, what, 7 here? Alrighty, you rest well. I may be ending here soon anyway.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Good night. Oh. Where is the discreet spot I attend the funeral? There was a time I knew this shit offhand. A lot of this is looking quite suspicious. I will attend this funeral and then end the stream.
My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait.
That's real funny because eventually I meet my mother and have the chance to, you know, kill her.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister
There's no
departed,
body in that grave.
and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
That is our family butler, by the way, not my dad.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it. I've lost so many friends, loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Oh. Well, like I said, I think I shall be shoving off. I'm not sure about that, though. It's rather early. I may just end this stream and take care of a couple things. Bathroom breaks, dinner, etc. Y'all stay safe, have a good one, and thanks for tuning in.